The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the December 19th, the fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email, send it off early, send it to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started. Oh, I think I just lost my keyboard on Fantastic Friday. Oh my goodness gracious. Now what do I do? Oh, I don't know if I've got a backup plan for this one. Son of a gun. Okay, folks, so this is just nutso crazy. Okay, the cursor works, and how am I going to do this? Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I don't have the keyboard working, but I'm going to figure out some way around this. So right now, we've got all the U.S. indices that are trading. So I'm going to go with the things I've got established. And then maybe on a break, I'm going to see if I can, rig up some type of keyboard. Wow, crazy. Okay, so here's what we know. All the U.S. indices are trading higher with the exception of the Dow Jones Transports, which we're going to take a look at. So Dow's up 275, S&P 52, NASDAQ 100, 264, Russell 17, semis up 174 out there. So let's try to get into it. First, we've got the XLK up on my screen. The XLK formed a new profile yesterday. Price is trading with inside it. It tested the top of that profile earlier this morning. The top's at 144.27. We've been up to, I take that back. I guess we haven't tested. 144.27 is the top of that profile. Price run right up into that green oscillator and change line. This is a two-day rally. If we're really in a bearish market, this should be the end of the rally. Price should start moving lower come Monday. Weekly time frame chart, TD9 count, sideways move, just a consolidation with inside its profile. Monthly time frame chart does not have a topping pattern at this moment in time. That's on the XLK. Let's go take a look at New York Stock Exchange. It's advanced client oscillator and the 50-day exponential moving average. So the left-hand panel's got that advanced client oscillator. We closed just above zero yesterday. We're above it today. Price is above its green oscillator and change line for the New York Stock Exchange. It is buyers that have the edge here. Now, that edge ought to take price up to its swing point. The swing point that we're referring to on the New York Stock Exchange is December 12th. And the low of that swing point is 21,936. Well, we're at 21,952. If we close inside that swing point, we don't have volume here, but if we close above 21,936, it increases the odds of a further rally, likely a test of the top of that swing point up at the 22,175 level. If you look at the spot VIX index, we're trading below yesterday's low. We're trading below its 50-day exponential moving average, which is at 1762. So both these charts are providing buyers with an edge in the market. If we take a look at, where can I go to next? Daily equity future contracts. So on the daily equity future contracts, you got the ES mini, which is attempting to form a new profile. The new profile support, and we won't have confirmation until Sunday night at 6 o'clock, is 67.93. Resistance is a sell zone between 68.81 and 69.23 out there. The NQ also getting in on the action, trying to form a new profile. Price is trading between support at 25.011 and a sell zone between 25.382 and 25.629. Price here testing the South Southern change line. Same on the ES mini. Same on the Dow. Now the Dow is trading slightly above its green Southern change line. The number is 48.572. Let's assume that's the number at day's end as well. If price closes above that, because we're trading above profile resistance as well, it would increase the odds of a further rally. And the rally would take us up towards that swing point, whether it's a swing low from December 12th or a swing high, that I don't know. But what you're watching here for the Dow Equity Future contract today is at 48,574-ish area out there. The Russell 2000, its rally running right smack dab into its green oscillator and change line. So it's right up into resistance. So we got day two of a rally going for all four of the equity future contracts. As I say, if this is a bearish market, that should be the end of the move out there. We do have some intraday charts. I don't know which ones are up, but we're going to take whichever ones we get out here. This was not it. That was Ethereum. So let's, at least I got maybe about 6 or 7 requests that I can get to. So that's helpful. But here are the NQ intraday charts out there. And the NQ from an intraday standpoint, let's let these things here populate. It negated its 2-hour TD9 count top and has triggered an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. That is suggesting that price probably gets up to its TD9 count breakdown level of 25,668. The 240-minute time frame chart, and this next bar closes at 2 p.m., that will go ahead and confirm a TD9 count top. But that bar at end of the day is the one that's going to complete that pattern. So we could easily rally into the end of the day out here before the 240-minute time frame chart goes ahead and completes its TD9 count top out there. So I don't see that necessarily getting in the way. It looks more like the A to B equals CD pattern. I can draw that in here, just give you an approximation of where price is headed to. But again, if we look at that the 2-hour chart, oh, I forgot my keyboard is broken. Shoot. But I can do this. You can do this part. So, and it's an expensive keyboard, too. That really pisses me off. It's not a cheap Logitech keyboard. This is an expensive one. How do these, oh, I can't, here, I can copy it this way. Copy. Let me try to paste. Is there a paste somewhere? No, of course not. So I'm just simply going to move that over to the B point here. So you can see it takes us above that TD9 count breakdown area at the 25,668 level. But look at the intraday, the other intraday chart, 60-minute. I don't see anything wrong with that. Nothing wrong on the 30-minute time frame chart. Nothing significant on the 15. The 10-minute has a TD9 count top. That took price right back to support, which it was supposed to do. So that's probably going to get negated. It will be negated with a close above 25,600.25. So if you get a close about 25,600.25, we're going to rally even further, maybe into the end of the day out there. So that's what's going on with the intraday charts. I wish I could change that to something. Can I? Well, maybe it's going to pick up. I can do this perhaps. Yeah. What a bummer. All right. So I hear the music. I'm going to go see if I can figure out a keyboard option here. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. One way or another, I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, so I've got a keyboard. It's not exactly working the way that you'd like it to work, but we're going to give this a shot here. So let's do this next. At least I do have some requests that have come in, so those are already stacked in the system. So let's get to those and let's just see what we can do here. So the first one coming in from Tony, who wants to take a look at a couple different symbols. The first one is Ethereum. That is the December contract. That is the current contract. So here's what we've got going on right now. I don't know that there is a bottom pattern. Let's see out here. So, yeah, I can find an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. That has been confirmed. That was confirmed on the trading day of November 24th. It's potentially being reconfirmed again this morning because we could, at day's end, have a three-river Morningstar bullish reversal set of candles out there. So, again, confirming to buy the D-point bottom pattern out here. The issue that you've got right now, Tony, on the daily time frame chart is prices trading below the bottom of its profile. That's at 30, 40, 30. If you can get above that, you're looking at resistance next at 3180, then 3320, followed by 3578. On a weekly time frame, we just have a consolidation with inside its profile. No bottom signal there. And that has support at 2810, resistance at 3495. And finally, the monthly time frame chart, the December contract, this ought to be rolling into January here shortly, next week. Is prices trading below 32.6650. So you're below support on the daily, you're consolidating on the weekly, you're below support on the, you're consolidating the weekly, you're below support on the monthly, you're below support, profile support that is on the daily out there. So that's the best that I can provide to you. It is telling you that buyers are trying to support this low area out there. So that's probably the most important thing that I can share with you. So I hope that helps you out. Let me see, does this work? No, that's not going to work either. This is weird. This whole thing is kind of screwed up. Okay. Now I know that. Now I got problem number 2 to deal with. Okay, let's go to the next request out here. Next request is also from Tony, BMNR. So when I take a look at BMNR, I've got a daily bottom pattern out here. It formed a three-river morning star pattern. It completed that pattern November 24th. So that says that your key level of support is going to be the low of November 21st, Tony. And that's at 24.33. Price may be targeting that level. Why? Because you have a bearish profile change in trend. Price traded below, closed below on December 15th, the bottom of its profile. It's been below that ever since. So likely going to go target that swing point. Whether it's the high or low of that swing point, that I don't know. The high is 26.77, the low 24.33. On a weekly time frame chart, a consolidation with inside his profile without any kind of a bottoming pattern. 27.58 support, 40.59 resistance. The monthly time frame, consolidation with inside his profile, 1898 as support, 8210 as resistance out there. So it's really up to the daily, and right now the daily's kind of pointing towards lower price out there. That was BMNR. Your next request was to take a look at SANA out here. And we've got Sana right now that is got a TD9 count daily top. And that's really led to a sideways move with price finding support at the top of its profile. That's at 447. Tony, if you were to get too close below 447, then the message would be that price wants to target its buy zone. And the buy zone is between 386 and 406. That is not the message you have right now. I just want you to be aware of both sides of that trade. If in fact 447 holds, which it has, you may get a rally. And that rally might just run into resistance at its oscillator and change line, currently at the 476 level. So watch that area. If price can close above that, then you ought to go after that TD9 count top for its daily time frame. The weekly time frame chart shows that price is trading with inside its bullish structured weekly profile. Price has been well above the center of that profile, which is 365, for 4 weeks out here. The pullback so far right now today is finding support at its green oscillator and change line. So you got nice support on the daily, which is the top of its profile. The weekly, it's oscillator and change line. Since this had moved lower for 4 consecutive days, no reason for this not to have a 2-day rally out there at least. And finally, when we take a look at the monthly time frame, you have a nice bottom pattern, Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. That's what you've got on the weekly, but you also have that on the weekly at its top. No topping signal on the monthly time frame, just a consolidation with inside of profile. 368 at support and 553 as resistance out there. Thanks. Let's take a look at silver. Now, let's see here, this chart. So Mimi wanted to look at the SLV. I still might be able to do that. I was hoping I'd be able to do that. Will this keyboard work? Can I do this? Yeah. Hey, cool. Okay. All right. So here's what's going on when we take a look at the silver contract. We'll see if hopefully we can see if the SLV is doing the same thing. First, next week, the end of the month. When is the last trading session of the year out here? Let me just look at my calendar. That would be the easiest thing. So it is not next week. It is the following week. So at the end of the month, you're going to get a monthly TD9 count top. Now, the benefit of that is we're trading up towards those highs. If we start trading above that top, there's an odds favor that may be negated, and tells about a strong upward momentum move. So don't get in the mindset just yet of selling, Mimi. Just letting you know that the monthly time frame chart, this is where we're going to use these charts out here to our advantage, as we always do, but you're going to get a monthly TD9 count top on the 31st. You're going to get a weekly TD9 count top today. That pattern will complete next Friday out there. And on a daily time frame, you're going to get a TD9 count top today with that pattern completed on Monday. Now, at the same time that we're getting the TD9 count topping signal today, price has also tested and rejected that green oscillator and change line, and we're trading above profile resistance. So it's signal. It's daily, it's weekly, and it's monthly signals. Even though there are nice topping patterns out there, it's still neutral because price is trading above all kinds of resistance levels out there. Now, let me see if I can put up SLV. Okay, that piece of it worked. Well, sort of. Gosh, dang it. Maybe that one will work. Okay. Yeah, so not all these keys are working. I've hooked up a Dell keyboard. This keyboard got to be 30 years old. Easily 30 years old. I had a Still surprised that it works, but it's not exactly working. But we're moving through this now. On the SLV out here, Mimi, also going to form a TD9 count top today. Its level of support, by the way, on a pullback is 58.61, the top of its profile. Now here, when we take a look at the weekly time frame chart for SLV, we don't have a TD9 count topping pattern. So different than like take a look at the actual contract. It's the contract that's going to drive the SLV, not the other way around. The monthly time for SLV, that is going to complete a TD9 count top at the end of the month. So Mimi, I hope that helps you out. Do you want me to comment on the profiles? I'm saying the beauty about the silver contract being up towards its highs, all-time highs that is, and having all those TD9 count bottom patterns, maybe the daily that shows us first that perhaps that will get negated, and then that would say odds favor that the week that it's not really at a high. The weekly and the monthly might do the same thing out there. In any event, maybe you also wanted to take a look at WHR. So let's get that set of charts up on our screen out here. And WHR is trading out. You're looking for an entry point. So it's trading out at 74.93. It's got a TD9 count top. Man, I really sliced my leg open. God dang it. Sorry about that, folks. I got blood kind of dripping down the leg here as I was moving too fast. Hit the corner, a nasty corner of a little table. All right, when we get back from this break, Stevie will try to get all patched up. We'll look at WHR, look at ABR, Rivian. We get the Dow Transports, Rigatoni, RIG out there, and anything else that I can find. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. So there was a question from Mick inside the Tiger's Den. Can I show silver resistance and support? So really, silver doesn't have any resistance, right? We're trading above profiles. We're trading above its oscillator and change line. We're trading basically at new all-time highs out there. So there really is no resistance out there. I mean, we could an A to B equals CD pattern does not generate resistance. It just gives you a price projection tool. That's all that is out there. The only thing that I would be able to do, and I can't pull those charts up right now, that I'd really screw things up, is my black background system. We could take a look at horizontal trading ranges. As far as support does, I'd say on the daily time frame, 63.43, weekly time frame, 56.88 right now. Monthly time frame, I don't have it out there. So that's what I would be looking at this moment in time. The most important one I'd say would be the 63.43 level. That's the daily out there. Let's go back to WHR for Mimi out here. So Mimi, I think that was no, that wasn't here. That was SLB. Let's get this going out here. WHR. So you're looking for an entry point. TD9 count top. Price trading back into the buy zone of its daily profile. It's also trading into a swing point from back on December 9th. 1.1 million shares traded hands that day. So far today, 652. So we're about 1.8 million shares. So we're pulling into that swing point with volume. Not really what you wanted to see. We're not going to get a test and rejection or anything. So kind of leaves us with a All right. I'd like to do something better than a for you. So if we take a look at the weekly time frame chart, nice TD9 count bottom, and we can see that profile resistance. If you want to understand how well these profiles work, well, you can see it right in front of your face right now, your eyes. If you take a look at that weekly time frame, how important it be. And it's not like, I mean, they're wonderful. I can't imagine trading without them. And look, if you're a subscriber to the newsletter, you're getting profiles for all the major instruments out there. Most, and I'm talking, like the top 10 instruments. It's terrific. In any event, the resistance out here is 77.54. So I would say, and you've just had a 1 week rally, right? After, so it's kind of weak out here. So I don't know if this daily support is going to hold or not. But I'd be patient, Mimi. The monthly time frame chart, price is trading below profile support. I don't see a bottom pattern out here on the monthly time frame out there. So I'd be patient with WHR as well. So hope that information helped you out. Thanks so much for your request. Let's go to the next request coming in. And this is going to be from Tom. Wants to look at ABR. And I think Tom is, so let me just share with you, Tom, where things are headed to, and then you make your decision from here. So the very first thing is looking at bottom patterns. Are there clear bottom patterns that could be negated today? And the answer to that question is yes, there are two, both on the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame formed a TD9 count bottom on May 23rd, and that low is 843. We're trading at 813. That swing point had volume of 40 million shares. Not that necessarily matters. We're at 15 million. We're at a 45 million share a day. You're pushing that swing point with volume. So looks like we'll close below that. That'll negate that signal. There was a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom that formed between the trading days of November 21st and November 28th out there. Weekly, obviously, that is. We're going to close, if we close below the low of that pattern, 826, which we're going to, or likely going to, it negates that signal. So we're trading below profile support. It's red oscillator and change line. Going to negate two bottom patterns out there. You know what that says to me? That says, look at the monthly chart. Great. We look at the monthly chart. We see an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. We see price trading below profile support, close below last month, trading below its low this month. This says lower price. I know that's not the news you wanted to hear. But it is the news. It is my read on the patterns that are present in ABR, daily, weekly, and monthly out there. The daily has no bottom or below profile support, and it's red oscillator and change line. So it looks like 740 is the number. May get lower than that. The A to B equals CD pattern gets us to 712 or so, but it looks like that is the range that you're headed to. So I hope that gives you information for you to make a decision on your position in ABR. The next request was kind of a question that I can't really answer, but maybe the charts. The question was this from Mr. Bill. That's a good question. Are the transports leading or following? I don't think they're leading. And I would say I don't think they're leading from this standpoint. If you look at the monthly time frame chart out there, you see the large consolidation that price has been in. It's been a consolidation pattern, quite frankly, going back to 2021 out here. So we know that we don't have that type of large consolidation in any of the indices. Well, I can't say in any of the indices, but let's say the Dow, the S&P, the Russell, or the NASDAQ. So I'd have to say it's not a leader out here. It's a follower. I don't even know if it's a follower. But here's what I can share with you. I can share with you that the Dow transports negated a TD9 count topping pattern. They don't have any kind of a top at this stage here. Price is traded above. It's just by an inch. 17,506. It's actually trading just below it. 17,506 is the daily oscillator and change line. If you get above that, it'll continue to move higher. Weekly took out its TD9 count breakdown level. You're going to form bar number 8 this week, but it's not the high of the pattern. Likely this heads higher. Maybe it forms a TD9 count top as the monthly gets back to the top of its consolidation pattern out there. So I don't know that it's a leader, that it's a follower. It just is what it is. It's bullish on the daily. It's bullish on the weekly. It's consolidating on the monthly time frame. So I hope that information provides you with some portion of an answer to your question out there. The next request is to take a look at Rivian out here. And this is going to get a bit choppy from this point forward, folks, because now I'm getting to the area where between keyboards and the mouse, it gets a little scrappy. So Rivian, the question I believe is you want to enter Rivian out here. So you're already in. So you're in a profit position and negated a TD9 count top out here. No topping signal on the daily, no topping signal I see on the weekly, and no topping signal I see on the monthly. So Rivian wants to rally further out there. The daily just completed today's going to be a 2-day move to the upside. We had just seen a couple of 2-day moves to the downside. Those were really your entry points out there, other than just being a chaser. And in this case here, if you want to chase, no problem there. But you're going to have 4 weeks in a row to the upside. Don't know if this is just a 2 or 3 day rally. Again, there's no signals to suggest this should top. It's just simply understanding the cadence of how this trades. But I'd say that if you're not just going to chase and you want to buy on a retracement, do it on a 2-day pullback out there. But I don't see when that's going to necessarily take place out here. So I hope that helps you out. That was for Fletch, if I'm not mistaken. When we come back from this break, we're going to go take a KBH. That's going to be for Duncan Steve. We're going to look at Rig for 7 inside the Tiger's Den. And I'll have to see if anybody else put in some requests. I think there was for VGZ or something. Stevie will find it. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. Yeah, so I went to get that keyboard, and it was sitting very near a little table that I've got that's got my power supplies and a bunch of other equipment there. It's low down just below my knee. It's got sharp corners, and I just nailed it. And I didn't really pay attention to it, until really the start of that show, and I felt something dripping down my leg. So you get to a spot where there's nothing but skin and bone. The skin doesn't have much of a chance out there. In any event, we're taking a look at KBH. This is for Dunk and Steve inside the Tiger's Den. And so KBH gaps down this morning, so they must have been out with earnings. So what is it doing? It would appear that you are forming an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. So the swing point, the daily swing point, is October 10th. Volume at 1.8 million shares. Today's volume so far, 1.4 million shares. So that A to B equals CD pattern is going to look something like this. Oh, that's right. I can't copy and paste. What I can do, though, is I can just grab it and pull it over. So the A to B equals CD pattern here gets us down towards, it gives you a price projections of, who was looking for this? Maybe it's Steve-O. About 54.74. So is that supported by the weekly time frame chart, right? So we draw that conclusion from the daily. We look to the weekly to see if that confirms it. And it looks like the answer to that question is yes. Now, why is it yes? 2 reasons. 1, price is trading below its oscillator and change line. 2, price is trading below profile support. What's the third reason? Well, the third reason is going to be if we get a weekly close below October 10th low. Again, that low 57.17. We're at 57.27. Volume there, weekly, 7.5 million shares. This week, we're at 8.6 million shares. Even if KBH holds support on a weekly basis, that means closes about 57.17, next week, price ought to be back down there to test that level. So even if we get a daily confirmed A to B equals CD pattern, the longer-term chart usually would be the more durable one. So this has got to close below that swing point. So a different swing point out here, right? On the daily time frame, we're looking at the price swing point is going to be 57.21. But on the weekly time frame, the swing point is going to be 57.17 out there. So it's 57.17 is the number that you're watching. We're at 57.16 right now. So it does look like KBH wants to make that A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. The monthly chart would show that you've got strong support, could or should have strong support in the 52.37 to 55.84 level. So, I'm still going with 54.75-ish, somewhere right around there, I think is what we're really looking at, Steve-O. So I do hope that helps you out. And as always, thanks for your request out there. Much appreciated. Let's take a look at that next request. And again, my apology. I know I'm typing in characters here. It's not allowing me to type in on my Word document, which is really, really nutso. But I'm sure there's something simple. I just can't figure it out. So the next one, gosh, I sure hope I'm doing this right, is RIG. I think this was for 7. So RIG is trading right now. It's got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top for its daily time frame. Price trading with inside a new profile that formed yesterday, and that's between the range of 387 in support and a sell zone at 402 to 410. Weekly time frame. Weekly time frame has a sell the D point top. Price trading with inside its profile. Now, it's trading into the level where a counter trend move would come to an end. So it's really important that it close above 398. Where are we trading right now? 398. What happens if we close below 398? Then that says that for RIG, this could be more than just a counter trend move to the downside. No, it may mean nothing more than a test of profile support at 357. But ideally, it'll hold this 399 level out there. That's where a counter trend move would come to an end. And then you need the daily to take out profile resistance, and it's a sell zone. Don't know whether it can or it can't, but the monthly says it can. The reason the monthly says that is because you got a beautiful TD9 count bottom. Price should trade about profile resistance. Price wants to make a move up towards 598, but that's longer term. Right now we're dealing with the shorter term. And I can't tell you whether the daily, there's no bottom pattern out here on the daily. I can share with you that today's profile is above yesterday's profile. So that's inching. That's a little bit of a bullish message out there. That's what I've got for you on RIG 7, so I hope that helps you out. The next request was to take a look at, I believe the next request was to take a look at VGZ. Now, I think this is the only one that I have left in the DR Horton. Okay, we'll get to that. So with regard to VGZ for the daily time frame, has a sell the D point top. That sell the D point top took price right back to the top of its profile, 208. We are now trading above the top of its profile and its oscillator change line. Its daily time frame chart is neutral. The weekly time frame chart has a TD9 count top, with price trading above its green oscillator and change line, but inside its profile. We're going to also call this somewhat neutral. That pattern, that TD9 count pattern, will be negated with a close above 246. 246 would also negate the sell the D point top on the daily time frame. And on a monthly basis, you have a TD9 count top that is completing this month out here. So VGZ, boy, lots of topping signals. Holding up pretty well, though. No bottom pattern on the weekly time frame chart. Just consolidation with inside profile. So you've got tops out here. It's just a cautious time period. Those tops say they're not. It's not like they're. I don't know what word I want to use. I can't really use the word significant. They could be significant because you got 3 tops out here. But so far, price is defying those tops. That's about the best way that I can say it. So that's what we see. We take a look at VGZ. There was a question. Yeah. I was telling people in the den, I said, yeah, no batteries. There's no batteries in that keyboard. There's no fuse in that keyboard. And I'm sure when I get off the show at 12 noon, I go to Amazon, I'll find that same keyboard. This is a keyboard that allows me to operate multiple computers at the same time, which is kind of nice out there. Maybe I'll go to the cheaper keyboard. But in any event, you know how you can go order something from Amazon, and usually sometimes there's the 2 to 4 window out there. In any event, VGZ, that's the best. Okay, so let me see. What else? Oh, DR Horton, DHI. So let's go take a look at DHI, see what we've got going on out here. This one is for Phil, and we're making time. And we'll get some time for WVE as well for Dan. So, TD9 count top for DH Horton. Looks like an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Is it with volume? The swing point has volume of 3.9 million shares. Today so far, 1.3 million shares. So, similar to lighter volume. Nonetheless, if you close below that swing point, let me draw in that A to B line out here. The swing point low, 148.77, you're at 146, you will trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. That A to B equals CD pattern to the downside will give you a price projection of about 140.65. And you can also see on the daily time frame at 138.54 is the TD9 count breakout level. So I would say that the daily says we're headed lower. We come back from this break. Let's see what the weekly and the monthly charts are saying. We'll also go ahead and get the chart set up for WVE for Dan inside the Tiger's Den. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey. Because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
So we're looking at DR Horton DHI as a ticker symbol. A to B equals CD pattern, may not be confirmed with volume, suggests heading lower, maybe about 138.54. The weekly time frame has a TD9 count bottom. Price is trading into that swing point. The swing point was from November 21st. The volume, 16 million shares. This week so far, 14.5 million shares. So it looks to me like you're pushing into that swing point with volume. Average volume on a daily base for DHI, about 3-4 million shares. Yeah, something like that. And we've only done 1 million shares so far today, so another couple million shares on top of that. That gets us about 16 or so, pushing into 16. So that then says that you may go test that low. Well, that low gets us down to 134. 74, which basically gets us down to the A to B equals CD and the daily TD knockout breakout area. The monthly time frame chart says not so fast. I'm not interested in going lower unless you can take me below the top of its profile, 145.80. So 145.80 is going to be kind of your last bastion of hope out here of support. If you do close below that, I'm not really talking about today necessarily, then that's going to confirm what we just looked at on the daily and the weekly time frame. But I sort of think it's already confirmed. However, you got to pay attention. If you look at the top of that monthly profile, you'll see that it held last month, the month before, and 2 months before that. So it's a respectable number out there. So watch that out there. I hope that helps you out, whoever wanted to look at DHI. And let's go take a WVE. I think this is for Dan inside the Tiger's Den. And WVE on a daily time frame, man, had just simply one heck of a move out here back on December the 8th. It's retraced a bit, but it's retraced back to its green oscillator and change line, Dan. So no top that I see daily, no top on a weekly. Just a bit of a retracement really back to one level of support. If this level were to fail, 1597, then it could take us all the way back to the bottom of its profile, which is at 1137, is in between that gap. Not exactly what you'd want to see out here. Resistance, by the way, on a further rally. And what the charts are telling us today is it should rally a bit further, about 1877 to 2025. Folks, we made it on one keyboard. And not the newest keyboard out there, that's for sure. Look, have a fabulous Friday, a wonderful weekend. I'll look forward to seeing you on Marvelous Monday, folks. Take care, be safe out there, and thanks for all your support this week.